Blood red skies. This TV has no power source. She could easily slide out of the ropes around her arms. Sunglasses at night. Scene does not contain a lap dance. Batman's lenses change shape with his expression.
Take care of her.
Wait, this thug says take care of her. He could have meant a mani-pedi or maybe give her a swig of refreshing coconut water. What if he didn't mean kill her? There's no way the Batarang could come from that angle based upon the time Batman lands next to this thug. I don't care if you're the Dark Knight, if you get hit with a wrench that hard and completely by surprise, you're not getting up. Based on how injured Batman is, this thug could have easily knocked it out of his hand. These cops came very quickly. Definitely not LA cops. Also, how do these cops know the bad guys were here? We didn't see any indication that Batman contacted any authorities and there wasn't any gunfire or anything. What does weather on levels Z15 mean? Sunglasses indoors. There was no platform there 20 seconds ago.
Well, I saw you smile.
This is not a smile.
Yes, I did.
Racism. These guys get in like they didn't just see a giant clown in an altercation with Terry.
That's it, McGinnis. Get your clothes and get out.
But he just...
But nothing. I saw you throw the first punch.
Did this coach not see the huge unsportsmanlike spit Nelson sent Terry's way?
I'll explain when I see you.
This guy didn't say goodbye at the end of his phone call. Could he not have given this highly sensitive disc to him at any other point, not at the place of business he thinks is evil? Could he not have sent it any other way? Through Dropbox or You Send It?
There you are, Mr. Tully. You're late for your
George
meeting
Takei's
with Mr.
voice actor.
Powers.
Employee expects a reasonable answer to his question from the guy that led a capture, drugging, and taking away of a fellow workman.
Before I forget, there seems to be a file missing from Harry's records. Would you know where it is?
Why would you ever trust a man that talks and looks at you the way Powers does? Why does the file need to go missing? Wouldn't it have been easier just to make a copy of it, or several copies, and leave the original file where it was to avoid suspicion? This is the same data screen from work. And also, what the fuck does all that mean? His glasses are glued to his face.
Yeah, I'll be a big success, just like you.
Actually, his dad seems to work for the biggest company in Gotham, wears pretty nice clothes, and seems to have a nice-sized, neatly decorated home. Is Terry going to jump off this high-rise road to his death? Where's he going? Bad guy looks ominously at the protagonist's home cliché. I can't believe that in a huge city like this, there's one car on the road around party hours downtown. That is a huge, wide road for a downtown area. Sunglasses at night. Joker would have dislocated his arm grabbing a woman at that speed.
I knew McGinnis was a freak job.
Terry is saving the day while everyone else just stands there. Why does that make him a freak job? That just makes you a pussy, Nelson. Terry leaves the girl the Joker was just being sexually aggressive towards on her own. Clearly only good guys wear bike helmets, and was it just sticking to the bike? That motorcycle has the best shocks ever. So they know he's going to Gotham Harbor because he simply drove past that sign? Bruce Wayne is just standing out there in pitch black darkness to think about why he never ran off and married Catwoman from Batman Returns? Man, these guys are going through a lot of effort to teach a high school student a lesson. The old attack one at a time cliche. Joker has a bat here, then it vaporizes. Yes, Batman's that good.
My medicine. At the house.
Judging by the distance his house is from the main gate and how dire Bruce Wayne's ailment is right now, he will be dead by the time they reach his home. Ace barks now, but not when 10 violent strangers attack his master. Ace is a dick to Bruce. Not only is his medicine not ever on him, it seemingly is upstairs in an inconvenient location in the home. You're smarter than that, Bruce. Did Bruce just chloroform himself? Ace is a dick to Terry. How did a bat get stuck inside the glass of that clock? Was it opening the glass to change the batteries and closed it on itself because it remembered it was a bat and not a creature with clock-fixing abilities? Wait, so it was stuck in the glass, and then when Terry opens the whole clock, it somehow gets out of the glass? For lights that haven't been turned on in 20 years, that's pretty remarkable that they work and come on that quickly. How does an 80-year-old man sneak up on a high schooler like that? The authorities just let this unidentified kid walk onto a homicide crime scene. Sunglasses at night and indoors. Hug your mom back, you cold-blooded bastard. Is this guy sleeping?
Among the mourners was McGinnis's employer, Derek Powers.
I pledge to use whatever influence I have to see
Wow,
that these
his dad must have been a
creatures
success
pay
to get
for
major
their
news
heinous
coverage
acts.
post-mortem.
It was about Dad.
I know, hon.
Son
Why
tries
don't
to
you
have
get
a
ready for
heart-to-heart
bed,
with
okay?
Mom. She prescribes sleep as a method to help her youngest son cope with the death of his father.
You haven't said a word all day. Don't you want to talk?
Don't you mean
Why
sleep,
would he open
Mom?
the dorm? I should have been there. I could have helped him. I could have done something.
No.
Yes.
No, he's
I'm not
right.
afraid of
He
those
could have
guys.
probably
We could have
saved his
fought 'em
dad's
off, me
life.
and Dad. You're some help, you know that?
He actually is a help. He opened the door, which you couldn't have done without him at that moment. Hero stumbles upon vital information despite the astronomical odds of that actually happening cliché. What? You don't like to look at foreboding shapes and squiggly lines that cost two men their lives?
Tell Mom I had to go. I could be late.
Why can't you tell your mom that you have to go?
Yeah, looks like we got
Who the hell is that guy?
I can't leave you out here.
Sure you can.
How do you know it'll
I
be
just have to see
fine?
this guy.
Bruce Wayne assaulted you and kicked you out of his home. And now you want to send away your only means of transportation back to
I'll
the
explain
city?
later.
Thank you for taking me out here. Now I'll yell at you. And you'll listen.
Come on, I know you're in there.
Why is he talking to Bruce like he expected Terry to show up? All the lights are off in his home. He's in his 80s. He could be doing what your mom told your brother to do when he wanted to talk about your dad's death.
Yeah, I should have known you wouldn't care.
You gave Bruce like 2 seconds to answer. You're asking him to take on a huge task of corporate detective work and homicide investigation. Maybe he just wants to watch reruns of Diagnosis Murder instead.
Back off, Scooby. It's
Would you really know the Scooby reference? At this point, that's an ancient cartoon. Bruce conducts 95% of his home life in the dark. Dude, that's bad for your eyes.